Welcome to my channel. I want to walk you through how to create an order form inside of GoHighLevel and add the order form to your landing page. I absolutely love using this platform and I use it to run my business. So let's dive into this tutorial. If you love GoHighLevel or if you love systems, then I want you to make sure that you subscribe to this channel because I teach all things memberships, recurring revenue, and the systems and marketing that go behind those. So go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Not only that, I also have an amazing gift for you. We have a recurring revenue workbook. So those of you who are creating SaaS plans or recurring revenue, make sure you click and get the workbook. It is absolutely free and it'll be linked below this video. Let's dive in. I want to walk you through real quick how to create your form and insert it into any landing page that you might have. So what you need to do first of all is to go into Sites. And on Sites, you're going to land on a page that looks like this, but of course your version in your own account. Right at the top here, when you see Forms, go to Builder over here. So click on Builder. Now you might have some forms and it's quite easy to duplicate one of the forms that you have and then just reuse that. However, I'm going to show you exactly how to create the form from scratch. And so right at the top we have Add Forms. Choose, you can either go from start from scratch or you can choose a template. I'm going to go from start from scratch over here. Let's give it a minute to load. Okay, the first thing you want to do is to rename the form. So if this is for a specific lead magnet, then you want to name it that lead magnet. So I'm going to call mine Awesome Lead Magnet over here. Okay, so I have renamed my form. The second thing you want to do is to remove all irrelevant information. I'll give you an example. So right now we have first name, last name, phone number, and email. We don't need all of these because the more things you have in there, it just, the more resistance people have. So one thing that you definitely don't need on all your forms is a phone number. So simply click on it like I have done and click the X and remove that. So now we have first name, last name, and email. Depending on what email account you are using, some of them require first name and last name, and some of them require just first names. I like to keep things very, very simple. So I'm going to remove the last name because, again, there's less resistance. So now we have first name and email, and we are good. Now you have this consent section here. It says, I consent to receiving SMS notifications, alerts, and occasional marketing communication from. If you want to edit this, you can over here, right? So you can, where it says company, you can, on the right-hand side here, change the name of your company here. And then it says here, message frequency varies, message and data rates apply, text help to blank for assistance. You can reply stop to answer. This is too much information, right? Too much. Now, depending on what country you're in, GDPR might be necessary, in which case, if it is necessary, then you definitely want to delete the rest of this and you only really need this part of the information here. However, if you are in a country that doesn't need GDPR, and if you're not sure what GDPR is, you can just check it out. I've forgotten what it stands for. GDPR meaning, but it's just something that gives people, there it is, General Data Protection Regulation. So over here in the UK or in the EU, right, we have to use GDPR, but not all countries have to. So just check where you are. If you're in a country that doesn't need GDPR, then just click the X and remove that because it's even less resistance. So now we have all of this. We have first name, email, and the consent over here. I mean, it doesn't hurt to leave the consent, so it is completely up to you. And over here on the right-hand side where it says required, just leave it as it is. Now, for the button, here it says button on the text. Change that to the text, the call to action that you want on your button. I like to use get access now. Get access now. And I like to change my button color. It's up to you what color you use, but I really like to use yellow. So I'm going to change that to, I'm going to find, make sure you use your color code. Let me see if I can find something a little bit closer. There we are. I found a yellow that is decent. And of course, because it's yellow, you want to change the text to black so that you can read it. So down here where it says text, right here where it's white, change that to black. So I'm just going to click in this corner here and it is now black. And of course you can, add other things, subheading and so on and so forth. So now your form is pretty much more or less ready. one thing that you might want to do is to add a headline above your form. So if I click over here to the left-hand corner on this plus, it says add element. If you click that, you have a number of things that you can add. So you can add, let me go down here, you can add text, you can add single line text, etc., etc. There's more text over here. Let me play with one of these. So let's try this one. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. So you might want to put in a call to action in this section here. So you can put in something like let me know where to send your, and you can put in the name of the product, or you can simply just change this to the name of the product. Right there at the top. The other thing you can do in this section is you can also add an image, right? So I'm still in this plus section on the left hand side over here. So I quite like to add an image in that section here. Let me see, I've just gone past it, it's right here. So I'm going to drag that and put that underneath there. And so it's asking me to choose a file. So you want to make sure that your file is or on your computer somewhere. I don't think I have something on my computer. Let me see if there's anything that I can show you. I'm not sure what this is. Let's hope it's nothing embarrassing. Let me click on save. Oh, okay. Well, this is what it is. It must have been some party thing that, I don't know, someone in my household was organizing. But there it is, right? You can add an image. This is obviously way too big, so you don't want anything this big. What we would usually ask you to add is the mock-up of your lead magnet or whatever the product is. So make sure you add that there. I've just deleted that because it doesn't work for this. However, for yours, it is nice to add a product in there, or an image of the product that they are getting. So this is it. This is as simple as it is. Now, if I click down here, you have some terms and conditions over here, which you can choose to remove or leave there. Now, if you choose to leave it, then you want to make sure that you have terms and conditions already, somewhere within your business, and you can simply just link it here, right, in your terms and conditions section. Can you see here? So you can highlight this here, click on the three dots here, and open the links in there, and you insert your link in there for your privacy policy and your terms and condition. However, if you don't want to fuss about that, and you don't have to fuss about it when it comes to something like a lead magnet, you can simply click the X and remove that. You see, that's easy. So now we have a headline. We potentially have an image here, even though I've deleted mine just because I don't have anything here on my computer to show you, but you should put in the mock-up of your product. We have the first name, email, we have consent, and we have a button, all fully branded. All you want to do is click on save over here. Click on save over there. So we are good. Now, when you click on integrate, which you saw me just click, if I click on integrate over here, it gives me a number of options, but this is if you are going to add this to something else. Let's say you have a different page that you have built on a different platform. You can easily copy the embed code over here and you can use it there, or you can copy the link to the form over here and you can use it there. However, for those of you who are building your landing pages inside of Coursera or GoHighLevel, etc., what you want to do, I'm going to click save. What you want to do instead is I'm going to go over to this tab over here. Right, so now I'm in a different tab. What you want to do is go into sites. Now you want to go into your funnels, which is where I am. And then you want to find the funnel with the landing page that you have already created. Now, I had created a demo here, which is, so this is my funnel. It's in demo, so I'm going to open it. This is my demo landing page that I created for this purpose. I'm going to hit the drop down and open in a new tab so that I can actually add the form there. So let's give it a moment to load. So when it loads, you'll notice something. You'll notice that my button opens the pop-up. So I'm going to show you in a moment. So here is my button. See where it says get access now. If I click over here on the cog, right, and I scroll down, you'll see that down here it says in the button action section, it says links to open pop-up here. So that means I need to edit the pop-up. So if I go to the top over here where it says pop-up settings, I'm going to open that. Now, right here, naturally, I have this HTML, so I'm going to remove that because you probably don't have that. Whoops. So it's disappeared. Let me just go back again and delete. Okay, so now I have deleted this. So you might have something blank like mine. What you want to do is click on add element, And you want to, I'm going to type in the word form right here at the top. And it's going to bring up this form. So I'm going to drag this, and now I have this form here. Now it says, can you see where it says you do not have any forms yet? That is true because I haven't connected my form. So I'm going to click on this. All right, so it's not clicking. I'm going to come to the right hand side and click on edit form down here. It's taking me away from this and into the form section. So let me tell you what I'm going to do instead. So I'm going to close this and just do the same thing again. So I'm going to click on add element. I've got the form there, drag it there. Right when this pops up, you want to click on select your form, because remember, I had already created the form. So what the system was doing is it was taking me to create the form, but we had already created the form. So I want to go from here where it says select your form, hit the drop down, and I want to find my form. Notice I have a series of forms, but the form that I created, I also named. If you remember, I named mine Awesome Lead Magnet. So I'm going to select that there, and my form should pop up. So I'm going to hit save over there. I'm going to also hit publish. I haven't added a domain. Let me just add just any domain for the sake of this. So it publishes. And then let's take a quick look. It might take a minute. There we are, right? So now I have my form, you see? So I've just loaded the page. I've clicked on get access now, and my form has loaded, right? So this is my very, very basic form. So do you see why it's important to add the image there? Because it just makes this pop-up look a little bit nicer. And the other thing to mention is, if you are having your form in a pop-up, please make sure that the pop-up has the same call to action as the main button. So notice how this says get access now and this says get access now. That should be the same. Notice how this is yellow and this button is also yellow. So these two buttons are the same color. Now, they are not exactly the same color because I haven't used the hex code. So make sure that the hex code is the same. It just makes it, so that people are not like, oh, what is this? We don't want any resistance. So you want to make sure that everything is absolutely the same. And that's it. Your form is now working, ready, and in your system.
Don't forget to click on the link below this video where you can grab our recurring revenue workbook. So if you are thinking about creating membership, subscriptions, recurring revenue of any kind, I have an amazing workbook, yours for free, that walks you through exactly how to do that. So make sure you grab it below this video. And if you don't already have GoHighLevel and you'd like to give it a go, make sure you look below this video and use my link. You get a 30-day free trial of GoHighLevel. And if you use my link, I send you a ton of gifts to really, really help you to get the most out of making money using GoHighLevel. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do. And before you go, make sure you check out this video.